plan at center was strange to me. It seemed like the Niners knew all offseason that Alex Mack was not coming back. And they didn't want to say what the plan was. We don't know about Alex Mack. Yes, you do. You know he's not coming back. And then they didn't really want to say it. But I think the plan all offseason was Jake Brendel is going to be the starting center. And I don't think they wanted to announce it because probably it would have brought on a lot of criticism and questions. But they were quiet about it. They made him the center. There wasn't a competition. And he is a Pro Bowl alternate. Wow. He's actually playing pretty well. Free agent this upcoming year. I know my dad said we can't do any hypotheticals and we can't look past the season, but sorry, Dad. I'm curious. This Jake Brendel thing is very interesting to me. Is this the Niners' center of the future? It's his first year as a starter. I think he's 30 years old. Went to UCLA. Bruin, smart guy. But now he's a free agent, and the Niners, they're going to have to give Nick Bosa an extension. They're going to be spending money. And are they going to spend money on a Pro Bowl alternate center in Jake Brendel? It's possible, but I think it's also possible that he just priced himself off the Niners. Remember last year, Tom Compton stepped in, about 30-year-old journeyman, becomes a right tackle starter for the 49ers and holds his own. And the Niners go deep and they can run the ball behind him and he has some nice blocks and all of a sudden he gets signed as a starter by Denver for making $3, $4, $5 million a year, something like that. That could happen to Brendel, where he ends up leaving the Niners and signing somewhere else because some team is envious of what the Niners can do with journeyman and probably won't get the same results that the Niners did with him. But I think it's interesting. Are the Niners already planning on him leaving? And if so, are they preparing his replacement? It seemed like the best thing to do with offensive linemen, unless you get studs in the first or second round, is to sit them a year and build up their strength, because those D linemen in the NFL are really tough. And so maybe they thought Jason Poe is the center of the future. Nick Zakelj is the center of the future. They mentioned those two guys as potentially having some center versatility. So I don't know what the plan is at center. I don't know what they want. I think that could be the plan because they don't really have the high draft picks to just draft a starting center next year. And if you're taking a center in round 5, he's going to have to sit for a year, like Nick Zakelj or Jason Poe. So it seems like either the starting center next year is going to be one of those two guys, or they'll re-sign Brendel. Hey, if they want to spend like $4 or $5 million on a 1-year deal for an offensive lineman, make it be Brendel and not McGlinchey, please. That's all I got to say. If you got to choose between Brendel and McGlinchey, they cost the same amount of money. Sign Brendel. He's better than McGlinchey. I'm cool with them re-signing Brendel, actually. I think he's pretty good. I'm going to talk about this particular matchup in a minute. Actually, in a second and a half. No, 4 minutes. Did you see the stat about teams that played the Niners are 1-12 for the next game? Who do we not want to see in the playoffs? Yeah, I did see that stat. The Niners are really, really, really tough. Who do we not want to see in the playoffs? Philly and Kansas City. They definitely don't want to face the Chiefs in the Super Bowl because it seems like Andy Reid with 2 weeks to prepare is just impossible to beat. So those are two. Although Buffalo and Cincinnati, any team with a really good quarterback, it'd be better not to face them because we've seen what bad quarterbacks look like against this defense.